how do you process your emotions? So, welcome those who are joining live and then team replay as well. Feel free to drop comments below. Once this session is over, I usually come to check it out. And so, yeah, thank you so much for those who are joining live. I see Leke Jegede, greetings. This is Prince. Greetings, AK, greetings to you. So we have audio, video, and different platforms running at the same time. Do like, subscribe, share, invite more people to join us. This is a transformational session that we're hosting. It's going to change your life. If you hang out with me, really, you're going to ascend to higher levels of success. So welcome. Number one, what are emotions? I feel like I always have to go back to the foundational stuff, the basics of emotions, because this is an area where most people make a lot of assumptions that, when we use the word emotion, we mean expression of anger, frustration, all of those things. Those are labels, okay? As today's world, when we talk about emotions through the lens of the labels, happy, sad, fulfilled, angry, all of those things are labels. But underneath those labels, if you go deeper into the science of emotions, what you're going to encounter are reactions, chemical reactions in the body. Okay, let's see. There are comments already coming in. AK says, thanks, greetings, coach. Yes, welcome. I'll invite you up if you want to engage through the audio platforms as well. So, greetings, everybody. Please like, subscribe, invite more people. Again, this is going to be life changing, life transforming. Okay. And for those who may not know me, I forget. Okay, my name is Toyin Umesiri, Quantum Leap Coach, author of Mindset of an Entrepreneur. I'm an entrepreneur myself. And when it comes to international trade development, working at the highest levels, I also teach export development and then I teach entrepreneurship as well. And these programs really support those who want to ascend to higher levels of success. Okay, good. So, as I was saying, when we think about emotions, you typically would think about emotion through the lens of the expression, the labels, right? Through language. Okay, our mind processes things and thoughts through language. So we always try to interpret sensations into language. So your five senses as example. Okay, this is how you process information. And in the human design classes, I go deeper at toyinumesiri.academy. So I invite you to enroll and complete those classes. So your five senses as example: taste, touch, smell, sight, sound. The language of the body, okay, is through the senses. So sensations. Okay, we're going deeper. So this is more advanced, okay? So let's go. The language of the body is sensations. The body speaks through sensations, the body, right? So when you touch something and it's hot, it sends, right, information through the nerves to the mind for processing. And that processing requires interpretation into thoughts. And so when we interpret thoughts, we label them. This is hot, this is cold. Okay, so the mind processes thoughts, and they are the interpretations of our sensations, vibrations, and frequencies around us. Again, advanced stuff. Okay, so I'm warning you ahead. He's like, taking you on a journey, right? Very advanced stuff. But if you can absorb this and if you can go with me, you're going to change your life, right? That's the promise of hanging out with me and my programs, right? Is that it just takes us to higher levels of consciousness. And if you can elevate your consciousness, you're going to create higher levels of reality and more success for your life. When I talk about information, listen, if you want to cook food in your house, the ingredients in your pantry, that's all you've got. The information you embody, that's all you've got to create the life you want. So if you want to cook filet meat, you want to eat more nutritious food, you've got to go shopping for richer, right, ingredients. And knowledge is the same way, is that once you decide, the day you decide that you want higher levels of success, be ready to shop for the information and knowledge that will help you create and manifest it. Okay, because thoughts and energy, those two things, is what you use to manifest and create in reality. But again, let's keep going. So, as I said, emotions, we label emotions. Humans have come to put language right? To label the things that are more advanced, more complex. So emotions are complex. But so when you say hunger, when you say, happiness, joy, all of these emotions, right? That those are labels. We use language. Those are English language labels to describe something. My point today is when you remove those labels and you get a little bit more curious, and I take you through the science of emotion, the body is having some form of sensation and reaction, chemical reaction, right? That you experience. So you experience your own emotions. And emotions are energy in motion. That's the definition. Energy in motion. As energy flows through your body, the sensations they create through chemical reaction, your body experiences those things. And in order for us to explain and to describe it, we use English language. We come up with different names to label different types of reaction, right? But if you see somebody that is hungry and they are emitting a charge, an electrical charge, an energy charge, that it's really chemicals in their body. You can see them flush, get red. It's a lot of energy. Somebody wants to, it's trying to find a way out because emotions help us take action in the direction of the information instruction that it has received, that the body has received. Okay. Too deep. Greetings. Those who are joining, again, invite more people, like, subscribe, share. This is going to change people's lives. So those charges, let me bring in another advanced concept just to layer it on. Okay. This idea that as you experience your own emotions, okay, you are also charging up your energy field. Okay. You are also charging yourself up. And that in of itself will determine several things: what you're going to do, the impact you're going to make in the world, how the world will experience you, what you're going to create, what you're going to destroy, right? That energy that is released in your body and it's charged up will soon, okay, show up in the world and impact the world in positive or negative ways. That's why we talk about negative emotions, negative, positive emotions. Is that if somebody comes close to you and you're angry, you're likely to transfer your anger because you are emitting a charge, and you're likely to pass that charge to the next person. That person too might get angry and pissed off and walk away. Okay? Because those charges, right, is what attracts and repels. If you see somebody happy, do they draw you close or do you move away? Because ultimately, the question would be, how does this connect to success? How does this connect to the world of business? How does this connect to prosperity? That's what I'm going to close out with today. How does emotion, okay, help you manifest a prosperous life or not? Or not? So, emotions really are the manifestation of your own thoughts. The science of emotion, I go deeply into the difference between emotions and feelings, mastering them, right? How you take in information, how you process it, on and on and on. Someone a few days ago, not last, I don't think it's last week, a few days ago, the person asked, what are thoughts? What are thoughts? Where do thoughts come from? Okay. And a very simple way I would describe it, okay, this is when your mind, okay, interprets the sensations, vibrations of the body and brings it into consciousness and awareness, okay, and uses language. So when you think about a child, a newborn doesn't have the language other than the language of emotion to speak to the mom. But we have to then teach the newborn ABCD how to communicate with English language, right? But a newborn only communicates with the world through pure form vibrations, sensations, right? It senses the world, vibrates, and so crying, right? So if it's hungry, it cries. If it's thirsty, any form of discomfort, restlessness, dysregulation of a newborn, because there's no language, there's no interpretation, there's no reasoning yet. Okay, there's no consciousness yet. The only language a newborn has to express itself to its caregivers is to emit, right? To use its energy, okay, to express, to scream, to shout, and to let the caretakers know I need something. So emotions help us, right? It also unlocks our desires and our needs and our aspirations, right? But part of maturity is you can use language to express yourself better. So when we talk about communications, right? This is why. So I'm going to be connecting different things to this so that you understand how they interface, right? So when we now start talking about the power of communication, is that part of maturity is you can learn how to use language to process your thoughts, process your emotions, and then speak it to the world. Language is a form of mature communication. But if you don't develop the skills that I teach in my school, you are likely to still be communicating only through sensation and reactivity, just like an infant. Okay? Just as an infant that doesn't have language, that's not mastered the use of language, and doesn't have the skills of verbal excuse me. So just as an infant is not mature, doesn't have language, doesn't have thoughts, faculty to process thoughts and to communicate verbally, the tantrum, all the infant has to do, all that it can do is to emit, right? To express itself purely through sensations, cries, right? Reactivity. That's all it has, right? The baby has. However, as you mature, everybody ought to be using language and developing communication skills to express themselves. But in order to do that, you have to first process your own emotions, process your own energy and thoughts, okay, and then convert it and translate it into thoughts, into words, and then you can talk to other human beings in the physical realm. However, if you don't develop the communication skills, if you don't develop the ability to process your own thoughts, you might still be you know how you handle your energy, your sensation might still be very, very reactive, right? It might be very, very reactive. So that's something to watch out for. Greetings those who are joining. Mus Queen, welcome. Again, this is transformation. I want you to invite more people to join. So I'm pulling in different concepts so that you can understand how they all connect together. I've explained in general at a very high level that emotions, the way we see it today, is just a label that is used to describe, okay, the chemical reactions, right, happening in the body that generates a lot of heat, a lot of power, a lot of energy. This is what propels and powers you to take action. It powers your body. It activates you to take action. It's like starting a car. It's like starting the engine. Is that the power is released, the energy is released to the body for mobility, for motion, right? The power is released to the body for motion. And so there's a lot of heat, there's a lot of chemicals flowing through the body. Now, depending on the information and instruction that came with that release, okay, what you're going to do, what the body is going to do will mirror the thoughts, the intentions behind the action. I know it's a lot. It's a lot to process. Okay, you may want to watch this a few times. Some of my students who go, they press pause, they take notes, they think, they reflect, and they come back to it. I know I'm packing a lot in this. Okay, particularly for those, if you've never taken any of my classes, like the ones with the PowerPoints and details and notes and workbooks in my school, toyinumesivi.academy, then probably you are feeling overwhelmed right now. But I'll try to go a little bit. I'll pace myself a little bit and be more, I'll drop it little by little. Okay. Okay. So the language of the body is sensation. The mind, however, okay, is an information processing system. In the human design classes, I go deeper into this. I show you the model that I've dropped, that I drew up. And then for those who are Christians, also I have faith-based explanation, scripture-based, Bible-based explanation of the human design model that I designed, right? What's most distinct about what I teach is that other people who teach manifestation, they completely eliminate the concept of God and they say, oh, the universe. For my own classes, I bring God back and I put God into center stage of this is how we are created. This is his creation. This is what's going on with us. The more of yourself you can discover, you will unlock the power to prosper. You will achieve higher levels of prosperity through the classes I teach you, right? Because the power to prosper, if you mismanage it, okay, if you mismanage your own energy and your own thoughts, you are creating chaos instead of creating prosperity. Many people are using their energy to destroy things. When I say destroy, it doesn't have to be you tearing down, building. What you're doing, how you charge up yourself with your emotions, you are living inside your own energy field that you created with your thoughts. So if you charge yourself up negatively and you're angry, trust me, your own body is living inside that realm. And so other people who then come close to you, you emit, right? Sometimes we emote, right? That energy field also impacts the people you're doing life with. If you're in relationship with somebody that is constantly angry, you can see it, you can sense it, and it's not pleasant. That their pain becomes your pain. And so not only do you charge yourself up, and your body, your physical being is living inside that charge, anybody that's also around you is also experiencing that charge as well. That's why they will tell you, if there are five people and you do life together, eventually you will all tune yourself in the same direction. You become the same because you're sharing thoughts, you're sharing emotions, you're thinking alike, and you start believing the same thing and seeing the same reality. That's how it is. Many people don't understand the energetic side of nature, your being. Everything is energy. You are energy. You eat food. When you eat food, what are you getting out of the food? Is energy, right? When you eat food and you consume it, the digestive system is trying to gain energy, right? To power the organs, to power your body. So you consume energy. Your food is transformed into energy. And then when you do work, the ability to do work, right? Mobility, everything we're doing with our physical body consumes energy. That's why if you don't burn all your calories, if you don't do enough work, right? When we talk about calorie imbalance, right? You eat more than you burn, then you gain weight. But if you want to lose weight, get out there, take walks, take stroll, jog. So energy is stored even in the physical body. You know the story, fat cells, all those things, right? Is that mobility, the work you're doing, everything you're going to do is going to consume, right? Energy consumption is part of human life. You're consuming energy, you're burning energy, and you are eating up energy every day. Right? Why do you eat food? Why do you eat food? Why do you drink water? Why do you take food? You're trying to gain the energy from the plant sources and the animals you consume. You're trying to extract energy and eat. You're consuming energy. And then in order for you to wake up, do everything you're doing, that's why you talk about calories. How many calories have you burned? This is energy, units of energy, right? These are units of energy. I'm trying to normalize this advanced concept. I'm trying to bring it home. I'm trying to make it approachable. I'm trying to simplify it. Because if you can understand this thing, ultimately, you are supposed to be managing your energy, self-control. Okay? You are supposed to be directing your energy with intentionality. Many people are not intentional, so they waste energy, they waste time, they waste resource. So your energy ought to be directed and informed to help you create what you want to create. And so how this connects to prosperity, one of the things is that you can get everything you want in your life if you know how to manage your energy. However, if you don't manage your energy, this is why people don't achieve success. This is why prosperity is like, oh, people complain, oh, you don't have this. Is that the energy you have, if it is um, tied up, knotted up in unprocessed emotions, okay, you don't have enough energy to apply to your future. And so this requires a lot of discipline, mental discipline, emotional discipline to actually become more prosperous. I know I've said a lot. Oh my gosh. I see Coach Glow. Greetings. Let me know where you're joining from. If you have questions, if you have comments, feel free. You're welcome to drop those. If you have any reactions as well. When I talk about reactions, it's your response to what's going on within you. Okay? The chemicals running through you, the electrical circuits, your central nervous circuits, how your mind takes your thoughts, converts it, right, through sensation, right? And then the mind also helps you interpret. But many people don't take time out to process those emotions and convert them from sensations to interpretation and understanding and consciousness through the power of words and thoughts. So between those sensations and thoughts, there's a gap. You might be experiencing something in your body, but your mind does you've not processed if you've not processed it, you can't give language or you can't label your own emotions. Do you know, are you happy? Are you frustrated? Are you confused? Do you have clarity? Because what I also teach is that there are certain reactions in the body, there are certain emotions that will propel you forward. When you're passionate, when you have clarity, you have more energy to move yourself forward. And there are certain reactions that actually steals energy from you. They close up, right, the flow of energy into you, and so you are tired. Okay. And so I use this analogy of a car. If you're driving a car, if you press the brake, the gas stops flowing, right, to power the engine. If you press accelerator, energy is released and the car moves forward. The same thing is true, is that your charge, the type of charge you embody through your thoughts, will decide whether you are charged to take action, positive actions that move you forward, or you are charging up yourself in such a way that you cannot move forward, that you feel stuck. This is when people talk about feel stuck. If you feel stuck, part of the work you have to do, and I teach those things in my school, toyinmersery.academy, is to process your emotions, to extract, right, what's going on within you. There are certain skills that I teach, the human design skills. There are 7 classes you want to take. I teach how to process those things and what you need to do in order to extract the meaning. That way you can then intelligently, okay, with your emotional intelligence, you can process those thoughts and then you can determine the next level and the next step you need to take in a positive way. When you don't do this, people can stay in the same energy charge for years, and then it shapes their identity. It's become so familiar because emotions are addictive. Emotions are addictive. If you don't shake it off, it becomes your personality. Okay? If you wear the same, it's like a suit. If you wear the same emotion, you're constant. Because if you've trained your nervous system to process life in a certain way, to continue to see maybe negativity, negativity. What happens is you've trained your own mind. Anytime it sees something, it tells a negative story and you accept it. Next time it sees things, it's always going to process your life experiences through negative, some form of whether fear, doubt, limitation, confusion, worry, these are the things that lead to anxiety that people cannot shake off. Is that if you've trained your nervous system and your mind to continue to tell this type of story, it will continue to manifest these types of chemical reactions, these emotions, and those things get embedded in your body until if you don't let them go, they become your personality. Suddenly, if you're going to describe certain people in your life, you're going to say, oh, this person, I like him, is so nice. Because we use these labels to also describe people. This is a nice person. Oh, this person is always hungry. Don't go near this person, right? If somebody is going to describe you, they would describe you primarily through your energy charge. Do you know that? Did you know that we get into relationship because of what we experience of people, how people make us feel? People who make you negatively charged, you will avoid them. Who give you pain, who give you struggle, you will avoid them. People who bring you joy, who, I mean, when you are in their presence, you're happy, you love hanging out with them, you'll be in more close proximity and relationship, right? Close proximity with them. You're going to enjoy them. So ultimately, this determines the people you attract and the people you repel. You're going to attract like. So, in order for you to achieve higher levels of success, if you want to work with higher levels, more successful people, this is where you now have to work on yourself to make sure your vibration, right? Your sensation, all of those things are high vibration if you want to connect with high vibration people. And high vibration people are the ones that have all the resources and the things you want. The best things in life belongs to high vibration people, not low vibration, because low vibration is equivalent to poverty, right? People who embody suffering and a lot of things. And this is why this is so important. So I'm going to wrap up here. Okay. I'm going to wrap up here. It's very, very deep. Definitely very, very deep. I know I've shared a whole lot. I'll give you time to process it. And then I invite you, take the class, complete the class, because this is so important to those who want to manifest prosperity. Because the first thing you're going to manifest are positive emotions. Okay. That is equal, okay, to who you want to become, because these are part of laws of manifestation. Excuse me. These are part of laws of manifestation, is that, and I teach these things because if you want to attract customers, clients, all of those things, you have to embody the belief, the confidence, the thoughts that showcases your competency in a way that people have to like you, trust you, believe you, in order for them to do business with you, in order for them to promote you, all of those things. So there's a whole lot more here, but let me give you. Oh, Mr. Boss said they just came in. Listen, I was about to wrap up, but let me give you time to say something if you want to. Otherwise, the replay will be on. Or maybe let me just give. I I know you just came in. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
What's your quick? What? Sorry.
Yeah, I think I've been so busy.
Good, good, good. That's good. I went deeply into emotions, and one of the things I shared is that, and I've seen this as I've spoken to people. Emotions, people think about it. Oh, anger, my feelings, happy, joy, and yes, but those are labels used to describe, or just a label. It's just a label of chemical reaction. It's like if you buy a medication, okay? Um, if you go to the store and you see the label Tylenol and you see a brand name and you buy that, what you're buying are chemicals.